who constitutes the majority on the continent as we talk? You are probably talking about under 35. They're in control really in terms of the mathematics. So the question is how to mobilize, organize, and make sure that you do the right thing for the vast majority of the African people.
Shaka, we might have the numbers, but we don't have the tools. What does it take for us to get those tools maybe to be in charge?
First of all, you see, you have to be able to know what you want. And once you are able to address that issue, then you look for the appropriate tools. So I don't think that is an issue really. Because let's face it, all of life, again, is passion, action, and reaction. And you can't really ignore the passion, action, and reaction that is happening on your watch. This is your moment. You are more exposed than those generations that came before you. You have, luckily, social media, which not only exposes you in your neighborhood, in your region, but even beyond. You know what is happening, and you basically, you are more literate. You're more exposed, more literate. You have the mathematics on your side. You cannot afford to occupy space anymore. You have had an opportunity, a great honor to inherit a continent that is incredibly wealthy. The only problem is it lacks the type of leadership that it desires.
Can you really say that that any party in the US cares about Africa?
I think that I cannot say obviously that when it comes to the issue of care, we should really generalize it and look at it in the context or through the political parties here in the United States. First and foremost, it should be the African leaders really who should care about their people and Africa for that matter. That is the only way at the end of the day they can get a very good deal from some of these senators on Capitol Hill here in Washington, D.C., where, of course, as you know, Paul, some of the decisions that affect all of us globally are made. So at the end of the day, do African countries have leaders sincerely who care about their own people? Or as we said earlier, most of the so-called leaders in Africa tend to specialize in caring about their own stomachs, the stomachs of their families, the stomachs of their friends, and not society.
What do you make of people, for example, asylees who are trying to come to this country? Earlier you talked about how we've been privileged to benefit from some of the opportunities here in this country. There are a lot of people who look up to us and they say, I want to go to America, but how am I going to do it? As we speak, asylees, people who are seeking asylum here, are not allowed. What would you say to those young people out there who are looking up to you and they want to maybe eventually make it up to here?
No, the Trump administration has not said, or nor has it in fact a policy of saying that you cannot come to America if you use the legal channels. I can only say that those who are hoping to come to America for one reason or the other, they should be able to use legal channels by, for example, approaching the nearest embassy or the nearest consulate, fill forms and go through the system as it were. But if you think that you can walk your way through, through the back channels and stuff like that, that may not really be easy anymore, because this administration is really very much focused on making sure that it secures its borders and it has all the tools, including security forces and what have you. In fact, they have even, I think it has reached a point where they're even trying to use some elements of the armed forces outside of the border, certainly because the U.S. armed forces are not supposed to be in the business of policing, really, police and all that kind of stuff. But I think that, people should know that if they take the legal route, the legal channels and what have you, they still have a chance. They still have an opportunity to come to America and realize their dreams, whatever dreams they have.